still keeping up with the BET show and the Learning Technology show. The technology around learning, lots of which relates to what's going on in Exeter, and I'll come back to it next week. Well, and if John's here, we'll talk more about the technology that we've found. But just getting into the bits that might interest the Digital University Conference. There's one coming up in Lancaster in April, and it's the same conference that was in Exeter last year. So repeating or trying to find out what happened last year is another way of looking at that event. And there isn't time to go into all these statistics, but what I've tweeted is a screenshot from Class Central. They do a lot of research on MOOCs. Well, they recommend MOOCs. They have information about massive open online courses. If you haven't been listening to this or the World Show previously, we've done quite a lot about MOOCs, and Class Central have stayed with that project since 2012, and the numbers here show that enrolments for 2024, Coursera 4.2 million, edX 180,000. So their main point is that Coursera are doing very well, but also FutureLearn 66,000 and Swayam 540,000. Swayam are based in India. FutureLearn was the Open University. It's now based in, well, it's a lot of it is based in the UK still, but it's quoted in Amsterdam. But you can see from this that Swayam is doing, I may not be pronouncing Swayam correctly, but they're doing okay. And I think that's relevant because Neil Mosley has recently blogged about the idea that UK universities can move online because there's a large international market. But he points out that the expectation is for much lower costs. The idea that students from outside the UK are going to pay about 3 times what would be paid inside the UK doesn't cross over into online. I think that's briefly what Neil Mosley is saying. But I think it's also the case that it's not only the UK that is operating in an international market. And if you think that the MOOC scene has some kind of marketing potential for degree courses or postgraduate courses or research or whatever, then there may be other possibilities. So anyway, we'll come back to this. The Digital University Conference is going to be in Lancaster. You can find quite a lot by searching on that and Exeter from last year. And there's also online learning rankings, and quite where the boundary is between a digital university and an online university, I don't think we've got time to get into that, but we will get into it on future. We don't know, because that's definitely something we don't know, but we'll come back to.